All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, I have a full confession. I recorded this YouTube for you. It was 18 minutes long, and I forgot to turn on the microphone. Me and my big mouth just went and posted on my Instagram stories to mention that I'm about to share this with you. I've said it, so now I have to do a voiceover. Anyway, we're looking at the charts right now. We're on GU. And what we're looking for here is a buying opportunity. The reason we're looking for a buying opportunity is you can see here where I'm pointing, price has already attempted to go bearish. So the previous hourly candle has attempted to go bearish and has completely failed. Now, the only reason why we have hourly candles that are so big in terms of that previous hourly candles range is because it's either a news catalyst or an economic event. And as you can see, the range of that candle has pushed into where I'm pointing now on the charts, which we call butt bodies. Now, when we have butt bodies in the market, it just simply means prices failed to break that low before. And if it fails to break, then in theory, it should go up. But we cannot just anticipate that price will go up because there is still that little bit of a range to the downside. As you can see, prices moving down, trying to break it. In actual fact, has attempted to break it before, but completely failed. So what I'm drawing here now on the chart is an illustration of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a high-low formation, which will then tell me that the structure of this hourly candle is completely failing to maintain that bullish sentiment, and we are now shifting to a bullish structure. And what you get with a bullish structure after price breaks the high is what we just simply called a trend trade, which is a higher low, higher high, with the idea that price can break. Now, as you can see here, I'm looking over to the other screen. I'm literally just pressing buy into this trade, and I do get into it. I'm not going to obviously tell you any more, but we've entered the trade. We got in a little bit high, as you saw, price spiked up. Now, I went for a 3 pip stop loss here. I didn't want a 2.5. It was too tight, so I went for a 3 pip stop loss. And the idea is after taking this trade is just to target a 1 to 2. Now, you might say, well, Rox, I've seen you take 1 to 3s and 1 to 5s. Well, on this occasion, the reason I took a 1 to 2 is because that previous hourly candles range back to 50%. So where I'm going to point in a minute, I do believe, I should remember it because I only recorded this literally 5 minutes ago after being on the call for 20 minutes. But what I'm anticipating is price to go back to around 50% of the previous candles range. There you go. I'm drawing it in now. So that means because the previous candles closed bearish, if it goes back to 50%, which is the last point of contact that I will even attempt to look for buys. Well, I wouldn't even attempt to look at 50%, but the last point where price can get back to before it reacts and then absolutely collapses again in line with the previous close. So that's where I'm targeting. Now, on occasions, I would target some of the highs, which I should point out in a minute, simply because I believe that price could get there. But because the previous hourly candle is based off a news catalyst, that means that there's still a lot of volume in the market. See, I'm pointing at it now. There's a lot of volume in the market. So I want to respect the fact that price can definitely get back to 50%, may struggle to get back to the high of that previous hourly candle from where it opened. Now, price obviously has created a lot of range back to that high. So it means I could target more if I wanted to. But this week's been very good. Monday and Tuesday, I've taken 3 trades. I've won 3 trades. And today, this is going to be my 4th trade, which obviously I don't know the result of this trade as of yet, unless you've come from my Instagram. So I'm not here to be greedy in this instance. I'm here just to take advantage of what I know I can take advantage of. And the reason why I'm doing that is because in terms of, I've just realized I should have just done a video over this and covered the video over the top. So yeah, whatever. Okay. But the reason why I'm going back to just targeting 50% is because, as I said, the previous candle was based off a news catalyst. Now, when we have a news catalyst candle, more often than not, that volume and volatility that comes into the market gets corrected. Okay. And usually we will see price pull back and correct that move. Now, I would never enter this trade immediately because obviously I don't want to go against my belief system that a candle can close bullish or bearish. I want to always take my trades bearing in mind that my belief system is that if price is pushing bearish, it will maintain the bearish sentiment. And if it is going bullish, it will maintain the bullish sentiment. In this instance, as you probably can see here, it attempted to do that. It completely failed. Now, what I'm pointing at here is this. If that previous hourly candles range was incredibly small, let's just say that's where the previous hourly candle opened, then taking this trade would not be viable, even if we had the same behavioral patterns, because this doesn't give me a favorable risk to reward back to the highs. The range where I was pointing at right at the top of this 1 minute uptrend was illustrative of where price could go long term. And if the price of the previous Audi candle opened here, then it will make it unfavorable, because as you can see, price comes into this level and the chances are price will react from this level and come back down. Now, as you can see, we see the reaction, and this is just simply because there's structure to the left. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I have a favorable risk to reward with a favorable range. And here I've put the red line to illustrate where I'm going to go break even. Once price gets to that level, I'll maintain a break even trade, and then I will push to go higher. That's pretty much it, guys. What we call this trade here is a overextended or major overextended hourly candle into a butt body level where prices previously failed to break, respecting that the market can continue down, which it attempted to do. It completely failed. And then now we have a pattern on the 1 minute time frame that represents a shift in this downtrend, shifting back to being an uptrend, simply making higher highs and higher lows, with my entry on the break of the high as the candle is flipping bullish, with the idea that it will maintain this bullish sentiment and continue to drive higher. So I'm going to stop it here. What I will do, I've said it already, I should have put the recorder on, but it doesn't matter. Some people might be looking at the top right thinking I'm saying what I'm saying, but if you listened at the beginning, you'll know this is a voiceover, because I put it on Instagram and now I have to follow through. But I'm going to stop talking now. Put this on mute. I may be talking in the top right, but that is not me talking. This is a voiceover. I'll let you guys see this trade out, and then I will come back, whatever the result.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no...
Alright guys, so I'm back with the voiceover. As you can see, price came to our break-even mark. Excuse me, clearing my throat there. And I locked this trade in at break-even. And all I'm explaining is because we had price close strong bearish, it's simply an major overextended hourly candle into a butt body area. You can see price attempted to go bearish and completely failed. And all we're doing here is just trading alongside one single candle, meaning what we're anticipating is this candle to flip bullish and continue that bullish sentiment. Very, very simple trading. Not much to it in terms of understanding the core principles. There are definitely variants, little nuances that you want to understand to stop you from entering every single candle. But what we spoke about here is what we call a one candle deviation theory trade, meaning that price has previously been bearish. Now we're deviating bullish. We set up a trend on the 1 minute time frame that represents an uptrend with high highs and higher lows. And once price breaks the high, then what we anticipate is price to continue to push bullish. With this system, all we're trusting in is the candle's going to close bullish or bearish at some point today. And there's really no denying this. I may go off in the camera at the top there, but I'll carry on with the voiceover. As you can see here on the left side, we have many candles that have closed bullish or bearish. If you're using lower time frame structures, you're able to manipulate the range of that single candle. It's as simple as that. If you want to learn more, I got a full course on my YouTube. It's in the tab at the top called the 2CT concept. Feel free to go through it. It's a 5-part series. Very, very powerful, responsible for well over 180 plus traders making around 370K in profits in about 90 days. Here's a trade on MT5, just showing you where my entry was, where my exit was, pretty much identical to what you see on the charts. Yeah, just go through the series. It's really good. This is not a 2CT trade, as you probably understand. Otherwise, we would have sold it. It's what we call a one candle deviation theory trade. But anyway, I've explained most of it to you, if not all of it, should I say. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and until next time, continue to trust the process.